Morning, picked up a curbside this morning, and it is going, I think it was 5.7 miles. The first home is only a mile from Walmart. We're almost there. Two different homes, one curbside. One is 6 cases of water, and the other one is some bags of groceries. And never delivered 6 cases of water. Never thought I would. But I do have my shopping cart. I Googled the address, and the address is a home that has no stairs. So I said, no stairs, I have a shopping cart, I'll take it. And I did that. Let's get this first one delivered. Okay, I completed the drop-offs. That second home was a corner home, so I had to park on the side where the driveway is so that I can access the sidewalk to get to the front door. Because if you park at the front of the house, you have a huge, it's grass. It's all grass, and you can't cut across their grass. So when it's a corner house, you got to park at the corner so you can go up the driveway and around to the sidewalk. But that corner street was very slim, and it's morning time, and the school buses were inching by. So, but that was all I could do. I wasn't gonna park in the front of the house and journey all the way around with a shopping cart with groceries and up the steep driveway. But it got delivered fine. The first one was all the waters that I dropped off, and it worked out well. it was a short driveway, no stairs. And I was able to utilize the driveway because a lot of times homes have their cars in the driveway. So I was hoping on the way there, I said, I hope there's no cars in their driveway. So that made it, much easier that there were no cars in the driveway. So there was some trash in the driveway. I had to walk around it. They had the flower pots and stuff all in the walkway and a bottle of water. And, people just don't think like, oh, I got a delivery tomorrow. I got 6 cases of water. Let me move some things out the walkway. People just are so occupied. They don't, take the time to think about things like that. Those are small things to them. So, but, when it's your property, you are liable when people come on your property. So things like that should be moved out of the walkway, just, at least that's what I always do. I always tell my kids, don't leave nothing laying around and this and that, because you got Amazon delivering stuff all the time on FedEx and different deliveries, and you don't want people hurting themselves on your property. But at any rate, it wasn't bad. It was 6 cases of water. I do think that it was underpaid for sure. It was a low offer, $23.57. A standard curbside is $7. So for 2, you would think is 2 combined, you would think is 14, and it doesn't always work that way. They'll try to throw in 2 for $9. You know what I mean? But it ended up to Walmart. They probably think that was a great offer. But I know on Instacart, when you have heavy items like that, you get extra monies for heavy items like that. That was extremely extra heavy because those were 40 bottles of water. The case was a case of 40. And we had 6 of those. So I think it was very much underpaid. However, I took it because it stayed in the zone. It was right in Walmart. It only went, 5.8 miles, I think it was. And, it was an easy accessible house. Flat home, no stairs. So I would have never accepted it if it was I would have canceled it if it was an apartment or if it had stairs. For sure, I would have canceled that because I just can't do that and wouldn't do that for, So, but at any rate, that's that. And Dash, I tried to turn on my Dash. It would not let me dash because I am not scheduled today to dash. So, and this time of morning, it's normally not busy. If it was lunchtime and I was not scheduled, it would more than likely still let me dash in my area and have some open slots, but they call them no open slots. But I looked at the map, and the map is not red, which means the area is not busy right now. Grubhub, you can turn on at any time, so I do have the Grubhub going. So I have the Grubhub going, and it's 8:18, so it's possible. Dropped off the 2 deliveries, it's 8:18. So it's a possibility that Walmart may have something else. We'll see. If it's something that I wouldn't mind accepting to shop or curbside for, then I'll do that. So I have 2 apps working, and let's see what happens. Picked up a Grubhub, and it's going 2 miles. Okay, so I got that Grubhub from Bojangles. It's going actually 1.6 miles. 1.6 miles, $6. I would say that's great. And let's get this delivered. Looks like they got some biscuits, some breakfast this morning. Right here? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay, so I dropped the food off. She met me at the door. She was at work, so that was her breakfast. And she gave me an extra 59 cents. Okay, so I completed that Grubhub drop-off. She gave me an extra 59 cents. She was tapping around on her phone while I was in there. She met me at the front. She had good instructions, because this is a big office building, and she had exactly which suite to go to, and it just makes the delivery so smooth. But she gave me extra 59 cents, so it ended up being $6.59, and it only went 1.6 or 1.4 miles. So the Bojangles was literally down the street. Still not able to dash. I'm scheduled actually for lunch today. But since I had got that Walmart Spark this morning and decided I'd pick up a Spark, I actually picked up that Spark at home. I turned my app on at home. I was already fully dressed in my house, and I turned the app on. That popped up, and I took it. So I was home. you can accept Spark from wherever you are. Now, whether they'll cancel you or not if you make it there on time, you know. But I knew they weren't going to cancel me because I'm like, yeah, they want these 6 cases of water delivered. They're not canceling me on this. So I stood in my kitchen for a while debating on if I should accept it. But like I said, I Googled the address and it worked. So I took that order at home. I knew I wasn't scheduled to dash until lunch. But while I'm out here, why not get some money? It did start raining. It's drizzling lightly. It's only 9 right now. So I'm gonna see if I could catch another Grubhub. I'm en route to go home, but if I could pick up another Grubhub or Spark, I will do that. Walmart is like 2 lights down, so if something rings by that time, great. If not, I'll go home because I can always find something to do at home. So that was that delivery, and let's see if there's anything out here. Okay, it is lunchtime. I have went home after that Bojangles order because it was slow and you know I couldn't dash. So I'm scheduled now to dash at 11:30. I had to dash on in the house, so just some little crap orders came. But while I was home, Grubhub was ringing, and it was a restaurant that's by me. Well, you know, one of those little wing places or whatever. So I accepted it and hurry up and got out my house. And it is going, I think it paid $6 and it's going 2 miles. I forget. I forget, and it's not gonna let me see it. Whatever it was, it made sense. Whatever it was, it made sense. The restaurant from me is about 1 mile. It's about 1.5 miles from me. So I'm heading to go get that lunch order, and then we'll see what else is out there. I was home doing some laundry, so I was just getting ready to put my sheets in the dryer, and the Grubhub went off. So those sheets will be fine for about an hour, because I'll probably just be out for about an hour. So had those apps on, and I'm telling you, you can get those apps, and if you live close to restaurants, you can have it on while you're home, or but that's that. Should be there in a second. That's the dash. The one I'm picking up is Grubhub, so I'm not even gonna look at that. I'm about to pause dash in a second, but lately they like to turn me off if I keep pausing them too much. I noticed that with dash lately. Or they'll pause me once I unpause, and I don't even know I'm paused, and when I go back, they have me turned off. So, but anyway, they're about to get paused because y'all was sending me garbage. You know, when you turn dash on initially, garbage starts coming through. All of the reject orders will funnel through you because you just turned on your app. So they got to see who's going to take it. Let's get this driver. She just came on. She's hungry, you know, hungry for money. So sometimes you got to decline them for about 5 orders maybe, and then they get the hint. They understand you're not going to take that mess. So that was that. So that's probably garbage because they sent me a couple of garbage orders at home. Hello. How are you? Don't let that mosquito in.
Uh-oh.
Okay, for that to have been so close, 0.8, it took me like literally 10 minutes. Literally 10 minutes, and it was 0.8. The light was broke. The traffic light was broke, and that's a busy intersection. So it was a lot of people just wait. That light just wouldn't change. It would not change. We were there for a long time. That light is out, and I should not have even came back this way. So the people who have the green light, they just are going and going and going. But the red side, no, that's been red. It's stuck. Anyway, let me try to find something else, or let something find me. Okay, I'm at the gas station. And, you know, I need to squeeze through. But she wants to keep her car door open. And I've got an order to pick up. $2.79 at Mobile. All right, across the street, $2.99. So I had to stop there to get some gas. That's 20 cents cheaper than across the street. And actually, the going really around me, I've been knowing it's like about it's 308 some places, 318 I seen it some other place. But anyway, I had to stop there to get some gas because I just had to, because that price was good. And even the attendant that worked inside, she said that when she my hair's a mess. She said when she gets off, she was gonna fill up her tank. Accepted the Popeyes order, and it's straight down this strip, not far. The only thing is sometimes that DoorDash like to give you a little contract violation if you take too long to get the order. But you know what? It's not like I'm picking up something else. You seen me at the gas station. I accepted it, and that's that. So cancel it out like Grubhub will do. Grubhub will cancel it out if you're taking too long. Spark too. So cancel it out. If not, don't give me a contract violation. That's silly. That is so silly. So I got my gas. It's better I get my gas now than get their food and then get gas, right? That would be inconsiderate if I just got their food and then stopped at a gas station. So I'm gonna head there. And she was very rude at the gas station. It's a very small gas station. Mobile's old school. They were like the first in the game, right? My mom used to get Mobile in the 70s. They big in the north. But anyway, she was rude. She seen me trying to get through. I even opened the window. She was inside paying when I was paying, and she had kind of like an attitude or whatever. But anyway, there wasn't no child or baby in the front seat. She was just doing whatever and took her time. And closed the door to look at me kind of a little bit and turned right back around and kept doing what she did. And you know what? I was not going to let her get my energy to somewhere where it don't need to be. So I let her just feel good about that for a minute or two. And let her get her adrenaline. That made her adrenaline rush. That was like a roller coaster ride for her, I guess. So whatever. Or you just gotta laugh at these folks. So I made it to Popeyes, and I am here. And this Popeyes stays empty. Now the other one that's not far from here stays wrapped, but this one always empty. Let's see if this food is ready. Picked up that Popeyes, and there was like three other dashes in there waiting for food as well. It wasn't that the food was ready. The manager just had to bag it up. Other dashes were waiting as well. Grabbed that food. I'm en route. I got 1.5 miles to go, and I just accepted it was a total of 2.5 miles. So it was 3 miles total. I was like 1/2 mile from where I had to pick it up, so I gotta go another 1.5 miles. But anyway, I accepted a Grubhub. It's paying $9, and it's very close to the restaurant. But I'm gonna see if they're gonna cancel me or hold tight, because I'm driving in the opposite direction, and sometimes they'll know and just cancel you, Grubhub. So if they cancel me, that's quite fine. That means they have another driver in the area who'll get it. But if I'm just waiting it out to see. So we'll see if they cancel me or not. If not, I'll head over there and snatch that $9. Okay, so I was able to deliver that Popeyes, and now I jumped on the highway to go one exit, so I wouldn't have to take the back streets with the lights. Jumped on the highway to go one exit, and when I get off at this next exit right here, they They did not cancel me. Grubhub, they did not cancel me, so good. Right? Because I've had it in the past where they have. DoorDash has been blowing up my phone trying to get me to go to KFC because I was passing KFC. I was at the light where KFC was, but that was $6. $6 for 6.9 miles. And they seen I was sitting right there at KFC at the light. I ignored it. It came back again. I ignored it because I'm trying to get this $9 to go 3 miles. Okay? That's what I'm trying to get right now. So I'm at the light and I got to go straight down and I should be there in about a minute and a half and hopefully they don't cancel me. And I'll see you when I get there. They building everywhere. Everywhere they could put a fast food, unhealthy place to eat. Everywhere. They're killing us in America. Just fast food places everywhere. It's the second one I saw today being built. Okay, so I got that food. And it was, it's like a steak and burger place. Steak, burger, and shakes. It's called Freddy's. But anyway, it's a steak, burger, all kind of milkshakes. And it's actually going 2.3 miles. So the 3 miles that I mentioned was from where I was at when I had accepted it. But remember, I had accepted it prior to dropping off that Popeyes. And I still was en route to that person's house. So, anyway, 2.3 miles, the $9, and I'm en route there now. This is a Grubhub, even though I'm using my DoorDash bag. I threw my Grubhub bag out because it was time to say goodbye to it. I went to that house last week. I've been to that house a couple of times. They tip really good. Apparently, there was no other Grubhubber in the area, else they would have canceled that. So I got that $9, and she had to wait a little bit, but she got it. And that's that. They saw where I was when I accepted it, and that's what all that matters. You know, Lisa was sitting there on the little hot thing, what you call it? They have that little warmer thing is where her food was sitting. That's that. Let's see what else is out here in this dreary, muggy day.